Friends, this should work. Right. Oh, friends. You have no idea how much of a pain in the backside it is to get that working properly. Now, I know we've only got a small... It's kind of small, but it's also not at the same time. But we are actually using the PC here to stream from. So, you know, and I've got the audio working. Just that's why I'm a little bit late, because I'm trying to get that microphone audio working. Right, friends. Allow me to get the chat up. Now, you know this always takes some time. So I make sure I've muted the thing just in time. Oh. So once the chat is loaded, I will say hello. Oh dear. So in the meantime, while that loads, what have I been doing? Well, as some of you have seen in the last update video, I've been getting the cork down. Now, unlike some modern railways where people put the cork under the track, because of the Cato Unitrack having a it's got, you know, pre-laid roadbed basically underneath it, that's not necessary. It's for those who don't know, basically buildings like the cinder box. This is a really bad example at the moment because you can't actually see, but like this building here, they have a raised base, so it meets track level. So for buildings that don't have it, you need to raise the ground level all around. Plus the fact it just looks so much better, having tried it with and without. Having the cork all around the appropriate parts of the layout really made that difference for just giving it a more realistic sort of look to it. So now we have now got chat. So Kumbawa to Anthony, welcome sir, how are you? Kumbawa Teacup, how are you sir? Kumbawa Dundas Junction Morororo James, stop quizzing. Kumbawa Tony, Kumbawa Evo, we're setting up a new unit provider, Bell. Huh. Well, anything to do with the helicopter manufacturer. Railroad James, we need to make you a retainer of the clan, don't we? We need to make a retainer of our samurai lord. So here we go. And as always, folks, you know the drill now. Hopefully, got any videos to share you've got upcoming or you've got out or what have you, go ahead, knock yourselves out. Really not looking for, you know, not bothered about that. The only thing I care about is that you don't just come in and do it, that you participate in the chat. Not much to ask, is it? So awesome stuff. So I look forward to seeing those links going up. I hope we all had a fantastic weekend. So yes. So hopefully everyone's okay. Let me know, and if you did anything over the weekend, let me know again. So yes, I've got the cork going down. I've almost run out. I've got some bits and pieces here next to me that's about the most complete part now. But fear not, there is more arriving tomorrow because there are some more areas I need to sort out. One of the biggest problems is, of course, I need the station building to see how big that's going to be, because that, of course, will be raised to meet the track, because the platform that's attached to it has to meet the track at a proper height. You're kind of looking down at here, at the unit in here, which is a Series 5000 of the Gakunan Railway. So, yes. Kumbawa Deal Harbour, how are you? Oh, excellent Evo, look forward to checking that out later. Excellent stuff. So yes, I've got no problem with self-promotion, just participate in the chat. That's all I ask, and of course you all do anyway. I don't know why I'm having to say that. A bit like the old COVID days, eh? Right. So I've been doing that. I have also been painting the interior of a couple of buildings black. And we all know what that means, don't we, really? For those that don't, basically, we have lights to put in. Now, this one's a bit awkward, but I can get it to show for you. So for the shrine and the farmhouse, because I wanted to have a slightly older, more mysterious feel to them, I've gone with some LEDs that are pre-wired or pre-set up to flicker. Like a candle. So, would you believe it, that's actually too bright for that farmhouse though. So I had to paint the interior black to hide that. And that runs off a 9-volt battery, so that's really cool. The other lights, and this is actually thanks to our fine chum in these realms, Knight of the Rhomboid table, Anthony Dodge, who put me onto the idea of using fairy lights. So I've got some warm light fairy lights, and those will then go inside various buildings to light them up. I mean, a good one is this one. Is that showing all right? You can just about see, so yeah, can't see. So yeah, so we've got those, and those are USB powered. Some of you who've met me in person know I have a rather large battery power pack for my phone or other devices when I'm out and about, just in case I do wear the battery down. And I thought, well, get those USB powered at the show. Just pop the battery underneath, pop the lights onto them, bish bash bosh. That should run all day happily. And I can bring it home and charge it overnight. It gets us to where we need to be. And that's actually, with that in mind, that's actually whether these lights will work. Be successful in working, because I've hit a stumbling block. Now, this building's okay, this is Cato. The Atomics one's already okay, but the other Cato buildings, I saw these holes underneath and I thought they were lighting points. They're not, they're just posts that go through the whole building. So there's going to need to be some holes made in some. So it's a minor setback, but it's a small setback. It's a setback still. So, you know, so there is that. So what's the plan for tonight? There isn't really a big plan as such. It's just I'm going to get as much done as possible, chat to you folks, and when we hit sort of a point where I'm going, there's nothing more I can do tonight, that's when hopefully we'll get some trains running. The only thing that's likely to impede the trains running is how well that's all stuck down back there. I've got a big strip along here at the back. Tell you what, if I pick you up. There we are. Hey, you can see yourself. Hello! So, yeah, basically, that was a strip I put down last night. You can see I've made some holes for the farmhouse and for the shrine already. But yeah, so once that looks dry, we'll get the 2 trains running, which I'm really hoping to do, because the freight train, I set up whilst chatting to Tony here, and last Monday, and it took a long time. It's actually recreated from a book. It's a train that I have a photo of running with the right number of vans, tankers, gondola, and the correct type of locomotive with the correct smoke reflectors on it. So it'd be really cool to actually show you that before I have to take it off again. So I'm going to catch up with the chat now. So good. Went to Key Model World in the end. Yeah, the Japanese layout took me there basically. Been pre-ordered? Excellent, Tony. Was that the black one or the silver one? Which one did you go for in the end? We'll see how the new provider works out. Hopefully, yes. Hopefully it works alright. Okay, Golden Order Restaurant. Nice one, Anthony. Those lights use some serious resistance from burning up. Which ones? Because these ones already have resistors built into the system. That's one of the reasons why I went for these ones, because it's all pre-wired in the wiring. Trying the Bravo lights, so it's designed to be screwed or glued onto this. That's a good possibility for the future Evo. I will make a note of that as we go. A lot of this is sort of, I have a show in 4 days' time, try and get it together. Just try and get something working. You went for both, so you've got a Silver Fox and a Sir Ralph Wedgwood as well, have you? Very nice doing that, Tony. Hopefully, I'm sure you haven't, Anthony. Say, the reviews of these ones I was looking at, people were saying how good they were. They've had them around their room and just on all the time and been absolutely fine. So those are good, and I'm really digging the warm light. And the fact that the wiring can be bent and actually stays, it's quite stiff actually. It's pretty good actually, much better than I thought it was going to be. So yes, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's going to be fine. So, what was I going to do next? My fairy lights have been lasted years, powered by a small battery pack. That's awesome. That's exactly how I intend to do this. I mean, what I'll probably do is get another one of those battery packs, another couple of them, have one on charge, one running, or just when I'm not running allowed, have it on. But yeah, most battery powered LED lights use the intelligence of the battery to control their load. Open a transformer, they get hit with the full high power. Yeah, as I say, this one, the flickering ones have the resistor built in. Yes, I mean, electronics was one of the few GCSE, well, it's the only GCSE I got anything above a C grade at. And these ones, there is a resistor system built in before each LED on the coil. So Silver Fox and Wedgwood couldn't decide particularly for now. Hoping my Jubilee engine is metal, and it will be metal. Or the Gresley is the odd one out. So when even the guy who used to run a model shop is surprised that your Dublo Gresley wasn't metal, that's how indicative of all the rest of them are. But yeah, so you'll be right. This is literally 2-track roundy. There is nothing more special to it than that. It's just run the trains, watch them go by. Now, I'm putting more pressure on myself than I need to with this, because the Severn Valley are only expecting me to turn up with a table and a loop of track. That is all they're expecting me to turn up with. This fits. This fits on the same table, fits the same space, and yeah, so actually I'm slightly smaller than I said I was going to be, which is good. Hopefully it means I've got a little bit more room to play with. So basically the idea is, I think for the majority of the buildings I'm not going to glue down. I've got a couple of cardboard boxes now. I might even use this one here that came today with the some of my new stuff, because I got some of WW Scenics, their ballast glue, 1,000 millilitres. And I've got spring grass here. I got at Key Model World. It's literally that in a wagon I brought. So yeah, but yes, you will enjoy those A4s, Tony. You will enjoy those A4s. The only other thing I got at the show was this wagon, because that's all I could find. Apparently there were some other bits for sale earlier on in the day on Sunday, but they obviously went. So I wonder which fiend brought those. Some background info on the product. Yeah, absolutely. It was. I can say it was good. It was good. It could have been better. There was nothing, drastically wrong with it. I mean, the thing I went to see, the layout was gorgeous. I did take quite a bit of video of it, not enormous amounts, because I was watching and talking with the operators. I mean, Anthony probably more than most here, possibly, will probably appreciate that when you do get to talk to someone who does what you do, it's a rare occurrence you find someone, you get to talk to them, it's like, yeah, boom, lots of talking. So yes, real chance to nerd out with that, so that was really cool. It's actually the same family, or the same people who did the Engage ones that were at Loughborough show year before last, and the International Engage show as well. So I sort of knew them previously anyway, but they were really touched that I'd gone to see their layout. Basically, I'd paid me money just to go see their layout. The one-to-one Spitfire, the one-to-one Spitfire is really doing it a disservice. It's 75% an original aeroplane. So it's as real as any of the ones flying. So, it's a Spitfire. It's really good. The tanks were pretty cool to look at as well. Neither of them are a tank. You had an armoured car and a APC. Some of the models are really good to look at. Some of the other people are really good to talk to. But yeah, I don't know. If you weren't fussed, as I'm not, about Pete Waterman's layout, there wasn't an awful lot. And something I've noticed, and not the first show I've noticed it at, an awful lot of trade is low coast, rolling stock. Very little scenery. And it's really looking at WWF Scenics were there because there was so little scenery otherwise for sale. So I won't get that riddle at all. You're gonna have to tell me which one it was. There, Jake. I'm not going to be able to guess because the best one was the Japanese layout. But yeah, so I mean, but this is something that I was talking to someone else about, and they said they liked Pete Waterman's layout, but they couldn't put the finger on something that bothered them about it. It's sort of like, it's good, but I don't know. I said, I don't know if it's the same for you, or whether this will help or not, but for me, the only thing that layout's got for it is it's big. It's really big that way, but it's not very big that way. And the modelling that is there is superb. Don't get me wrong, it's got full credit to the people that built it. But it's only this much. And I think it's only thing it's got is length. And I just... Yeah, it was just a bit... Yeah, so I'm not that fussed about it. And I know a lot of people do love it. But yeah, I think there's people with smaller layouts and less money to throw at it, which is a big thing. It's like Leamington Spa, gorgeous layout, but it's going to be when you got that amount of money to throw at it. I'd expect it to at least look that gorgeous. If I had that amount of money to throw at a layout, to have people basically build it, a whole team essentially come and work on it for me, we would be looking at something quite major here, rather than what I am taking to the Severn Valley. So it's one of those. I mean, credit to Pete, he sort of earned it, didn't he? You have to make the right deals, otherwise we wouldn't get there. Anyway, but yes, so yeah, I'm not slagging that layout off. It's just, I think it's going to run its course very quickly, I think, personally. But yeah. We went just like the scenery and worked out 145 less in just stock. Yeah, I mean, I would have been tempted to buy some more stock. I mean, there's something I'm still tempted to get from Japan as a unit. It's got an unfortunate name, because it's not far off SpaceX. So, but it's a very lovely train. It's pure white, and it isn't like the same sort of white as. I was going to pick up that boxcar, but yeah, it's not like the Panda Kuroshia where it's just white. It's like it's extra white. I don't know how to explain it. It's a different style of white. It's really beautiful. It really is beautiful. But yeah, bought for the Bay Railway 112 dollhouse scale layout with RC cars off the end of the Spitfire to Pete Waterman's layout. Don't think I saw that. I will be honest. I saw the Benello layout. And I saw the Japanese one. If I filmed any others, then they got lucky. But yeah, I really was there for the one railway and the Benello one, and you got it because I was like, Belgium, Euro 6. It was Euro 6 as well by my Anthony. But yeah, did you enjoy seeing those ones you went to see though? They're good, yeah. Me interest. What is the most? I mean, in person, Tony. I'm going to be honest. Nah. They're a good start. They're a good start, but they're not. I don't know. I can't. Personally, I wouldn't be very content with them. Mostly because they don't. No, steam generators are a very hard thing to do. To have it look real, because obviously steam, as you appreciate on a steam locomotive, is a very full exhaust. Even when it's hotter and the exhaust tends to go a bit more invisible, you get more smoke than steam. And the Great Western, for one, used to pride themselves, the drivers used to pride, and the crews used to pride themselves if they had no smoke coming out of the engine. It is possible to do. But even the few bits you get are still quite full. You might get a wisp, but you can see the circumference of the chimney. And I think because there isn't real sufficient force behind that chuff, it's never going to look quite right. But that being said, if you want steam, it's better than nothing. It looks more pathetic the more it runs out of water, and obviously about 2 minutes is the official Hornby record for how long it lasted. So yeah, why don't I travel to Japan? There's a number of reasons. Some of them are health related. I am sorting out, in the process of waiting to get sorted out before I go. The money is there for the flights, and also it's having enough. When I go to Japan, I'm going to treat it like the only time I'm ever going to get there. Even if I get to go again, I'm going to treat this like the only time. There's specific people I want to go and see, some layouts I want to go and see, obviously rail trains I want to go and see, and I want to have the money to, if there's an experience that I have time to do that I didn't know about, I can go, let's do it. So that's why but I will be going one day. So once that's all in place, I'm going. So yeah. But yes, so I definitely will be. I mean, a one-way ticket shouldn't be that much anyway, There was a lot of traders near Bourse, which I wasn't sure if you last had seen. I was probably looking at the traders when I was scanning around for grass and trees and, oh, please, a holy grail, some Kato buildings or Tomitech buildings. I need houses. The people above the shops have got somewhere to live. But there's nowhere for my little people to live. It's a ghost town at the minute, but yes. Oh, sorry, apart from the farmers have got somewhere to live. But yes. Excuse me. And immediately do it again. Thanks, body. Anyway, so, yes. What to do next? Tell you what, while we haven't got trains right now, I can actually move you more over here. Ah, that's just not D51 over. Thank you. There we go. So you notice some of these have got snow on the roof. What I've done is I've actually scraped off the majority of the snow, revealed the texture again, and they're going to be painted grey. Again, it's just about getting things down. It's just about getting things down so they, you know, I have some sort of layout. It's desperately needed. And it's not really, is it? Like I said again, and I'm putting that unnecessary pressure on myself to do something. Something I am looking out for, and I might go and be cheeky with the art department, is clear sheet plastic, because then I want some paddy fields over where you are at the minute. Actually, as a camera point of view, you are over in my paddy fields at the minute. So yes, that's something else. You know, and that should be a fairly easy win again. It's all about the easy wins. I mean, this is static grass. But I asked him, I said, look, if I just sprinkle it over, put the ballast bond on it, you know, the ballast glue down on it, will it be fine? They went, yeah. Obviously it looks better if it comes from an applicator, but 2mm you can't really tell anyway. And they said, you can always come back later on, and I said, that's what I figured. I just wanted to be sure that it will work. And it's just, yeah, so you know, it's, I can get some grass down. And then it will be the layout that, hey, I only started last Monday, now it's here. Or Monday before that. Right, what can I do to this thing now? Right, I need to stop and just think a second. Bear with me, folks. Bear with me. Can't do any cork there because of station building. Hope that turns up tomorrow. That'd be the ideal day for it. Because this is one of the other things, of course, because PVA takes 24 hours or so really to go off properly. One of the things I've already decided is Thursday night is my cut-off for any PVA. It cannot be later than that, because otherwise it won't dry properly by the next day. By if I do it Friday, it won't be dry properly by Saturday at all. So yeah, you know, it's one of those things there. So I am going to try and do as much as possible, but let's keep it sensible. Do you know what? That's something I can do. That's something I can do. Again, in making it look pretty as possible, I've got some green paint. We can slap that down. Get the green paint down. At least, again, it just shows some effort has been put into it, some thought's been put into it. So, yeah, even if the area doesn't end up green in the future, there's something there at the minute. But yes, drink and trim, I do eye opening. Absolutely will be. It's going to be amazing. I know it's going to be amazing. There's a YouTuber in particular. I'm determined to arrange with him to come and see his railway. His railway is something else. It is beautiful. He's got different sections with different seasons all around this room. He's one of the few folks over there lucky enough to have a permanent train room, and it's quite a large one at that. And he's got stuff all around different seasons, different scenarios, and stuff like that. And I absolutely, it'd be amazing to actually go and get to see that in person. So yes, that would be treat every trip like your own time. Joyce's need for new and different. It usually is our own time most places. I think it's the most sensible way. I've got to be honest, especially with something as big as these trips that you usually do yourself, and you know, it's a long way to Japan. I mean, obviously, I know two of my partner technicians, if you like. I don't know how to call them, associates, colleagues. but they don't work at the same site. They work at one of the other colleges. One of them, their wife's Chinese. The other one's got a Chinese girlfriend, and they go to China every year almost. And you know, it obviously isn't beyond the realms of possibility going that far from the UK. Obviously, it's a little bit further to Japan. Going that far from the UK, but yeah, it would just be so amazing. Oh, the name of the channel, I will drop a link. Before you asking what the name of my colleagues was, that is not my information to share. If you give me a second, let me. Thank you, Opera. Glad you've updated. Well done, little Opera. Now, if you wouldn't mind, thank you. Where is it? There it is. And then we go into here. There it is. Onto there. And then we go into here. That is the channel there. I am talking about here. That is the channel there. Yeah. Amazing. Talking about here. That is the channel there. Yeah. I want to say Suzuki Amazing. Is the channel there? Yeah. Brilliant. That is the channel there. Really? Yeah. I want to say Suzuki Amazing. He's younger than me. Is the channel there? Hell of a layout. That is the channel. Really? Yeah. I want to say Suzuki Amazing. He's younger than me. Talking to people though. Me talking to hell of a layout. That is the channel. Really? Yeah. I want to say Suzuki Amazing. He's younger than me. Talking to people. Me talking to hell of a layout. That is the channel. Really? Yeah. I want to say Suzuki Amazing. Talking to people. Me talking to hell of a layout. That is the channel. Really? Yeah. I want to say Suzuki Amazing. Talking to people. Me talking to hell of a layout. That is the channel. Really? Yeah. I want to say Suzuki Amazing. Talking to people. Me talking to hell of a layout. That is the channel. Really? Yeah. I want to say Suzuki Amazing. Talking to people. Me talking to hell of a layout. That is the channel. Really? Yeah. I want to say Suzuki Amazing. Talking to people. Me talking to hell of a layout. That is the channel. Really? Yeah. I want to say Suzuki Amazing. Talking to people. Me talking to hell of a layout. That is the channel. Really? Yeah. I want to say Suzuki Amazing. Talking to people. Me talking to hell of a layout. That is the channel. Really? Yeah. I want to say Suzuki Amazing. Talking to people. Me talking to hell of a layout. That is the channel. Really? Yeah. I want to say Suzuki Amazing. Talking to people. Me talking to hell of a layout. That is the channel. Really? Yeah. I want to say Suzuki Amazing. Talking to people. Me talking to hell of a layout. That is the channel. Really? Yeah. I want to say Suzuki Amazing. Talking to people. Me talking to hell of a layout. That is the channel. Really? Yeah. I want to say Suzuki Amazing. Talking to people. Me talking to hell of a layout. That is the channel. Really? Yeah. I want to say Suzuki Amazing. Talking to people. Me talking to hell of a layout. That is the channel. Really? Yeah. I want to say Suzuki Amazing. Talking to people. Me talking to hell of a layout. That is the channel. Really? Yeah. I want to say Suzuki Amazing. Talking to people. Me talking to hell of a layout. That is the channel. Really? Yeah. I want to say Suzuki Amazing. Talking to people. Me talking to hell of a layout. That is the channel. Really? Yeah. I want to say Suzuki Amazing. Talking to people. Me talking to hell of a layout. That is the channel. Really? Yeah. I want to say Suzuki Amazing. Talking to people. Me talking to hell of a layout. That is the channel. Really? Yeah. I want to say Suzuki Amazing. Talking to people. Me talking to hell of a layout. That is the ch Oh, I know why. Hang on. Thanks, Anthony. It's because I opened up the stream to post the link on the PC, and also it plays the audio, but my speakers are turned off, so I wasn't aware of that. So, Double O Duo, go and check them out. OO Duo. Hope that all went. Right, go and check them out. Like I say, he's been diagnosed with cancer about a year ago, but he's going to beat it. Restart. I can't restart. I can't undo everything I've done. I can't say all that again. Hopefully that's all right now. We're good on the sound now. I'll hold fire. I'll start fiddling about, moving bits to paint. Yeah, is it all right now, or is it still funny? Sound back to normal, thank you, Teacup. Brilliant. Yes, Double O Duo, yeah, go and check them out. It was great to meet them. Thank you very much as well, Jake. You're good now, last 5 minutes sound like 10. Yeah, I opened up the stream to put the link in and forgot that of course it would play sound through because my speakers were off on the PC. Real case of out of ear, out of mind. So yes, but thanks for the heads up anyway. Thank you for the heads up. It's good of you to not let me suffer in silence. So, just move these things out of the way. And we'll try and bring you around somewhere where you can see the action. So, excuse me a minute. Get things out of the way that would be otherwise damaged. Yeah, see the action. It's going to be me painting some cork. You know, it's hardly going to be the most exciting thing in the world, but hey. Yes. So say next met Richard trains in the attic, and so by the end of the show, I also met Peter Jackson from Cheadle Heath, which was really cool. Yeah, I've not quite got the Robin Grace set up, have I, to actually show you things, but hey, we'll make the best of it, eh? So this is really sort of cheap acrylic green paint, but it's going to do a job, which is more important, I think. Need to get some supper. We go live at 7 PM on TSM's channel tonight. If you've got a link there, James, that you want to share, do feel free to. But yes, hope you enjoy your supper and thanks for coming along. It's very green. So, paintbrush in, and off we go. So yes, it was good to meet them. So I did get to meet a couple of YouTubers while I was there. The great thing was I was able to ask the folks from Scotland, you know, if they still got any jip for their Japanese layouts. Apparently, the worst they get now is someone tutting and saying it's foreign. And I was like, well, I can deal with that. Because that would be the same whether it's Japanese, American, Canadian, Chinese. But yes, I wasn't the only special visitor they'd had yesterday. Something even cooler really than me, and that's not difficult because I'm not very cool. That one of the vehicles they had running was actually a Chinese track maintenance vehicle, catenary maintenance vehicle, and they actually had a lad from China who was obviously a student, or he said he was a student, had come to the show, spotted this unit, this vehicle, catenary vehicle, and spotted that the writing on the side actually said it was from his hometown. So he did selfie with it and everything. It's like, oh, I wish I'd been there to actually meet him. That'd been really cool because, as some of you will know, it's another one of my vices. So, yeah, it's you know, it's it would have been quite cool to actually hear about it. And you think about all the possibilities. You know, China's a big place. Okay, not all of it's electrified, so that narrows it down a bit, but China's still a big place. And the fact it's actually the one from his hometown is pretty damn cool. honestly, if you ever see these people, these folks, these people, sounds really derogatory. Oh, these people. You see these folks at a show. That one of their either their German layout, their Japanese layouts. Do go and talk to them. They are some of the nicest people you'll ever hope to talk to. So yeah, honestly, it's just wow. Yeah, I really, all I should have done is what I was thinking of doing, which was basically saying, look, you ever do a show down here again and you want someone to come and operate, I'm more than happy to come and help you out. Or, come and help you set up or whatever. Anything I could do to help. But yeah, it was really good. So I sort of did mention that I've got this one going to a show soon. This weekend coming. And able to pick their brains on what it's like. Is there anything to watch out for, particularly with it being, obviously with the issues I've had. Though saying that, unfortunately, most of those threats had actually come from across the pond in the US of A. Remember, Pearl Harbor was obviously going hard with some of these folks. But anyway, I'm strictly 1950 onwards. As I said to them, it's where you start, isn't it? Because anything before, it's all a business in China. You just don't go there. So it's easy not to touch it. Yeah, cool. Oh, thanks very much, Jacob. I do appreciate that. So yes. But no, say I would go back next year because it's close, rather than it being a good show. And if there's going to be more of a meet up there, then I would go along. So on the subject of that, anyone here going to the Severn Valley show next weekend? I hear there's going to be some plonk of this Japanese Engage layout there. You believe it? The idiot hasn't even started it till last Monday. I also hear there's going to be some very good layouts there. That aren't this one. Some widely recognised, established good layouts on the circuit. Because obviously, do come and say hello. If I manage to get the bits down I want by then hey, you can even have a go at the Can You Find? So I might pop in. Excellent. Is your son into Thomas? Because I'm going to be bringing Thomas the Tank Engine with me. Well, I say Thomas, of course it's Japanese Thomas. But it is an official Thomas. It actually runs on the Irigara Railway. I'll bring it along then. Yes, I was going to bring it on for the kids in general anyway, but yeah, absolutely. Oh, Anthony, this will make you laugh. I guessed someone's identity from a description. Do you know what? I will save this for our Wednesday night chat. We're not being mean to someone, but it just made me smile because it's someone we've both talked about. Very eager to show all these pictures and videos at Max 6. It's the clue you'll have to think about. It is Saturday and Sunday, yes. And they let us go home after Sunday. Have Monday off. Fortunately, because I think I might kill you after a full week of work as well. Which of course is hampering progress massively. But we do what we can with what we've got. This really is very green. It does dry a little bit darker than it first appears, so it's not too bad. And the nice thing about cork being brown, it shows through. It's a bit of mud, isn't it? Sunday it is. Oh, excellent. Can't make it. Please take some videos. I will try my best to. I'm on my own operating this, so think the only time I get to sneak off it will be for toilet breaks, but yes, I will try and do some videos. I mean, setup shouldn't take me too long at all. I need to remember not to put anything in this corner or that corner, because that's where the controllers are going to go for this time. This time round. In future, there'll be a proper tray for them to sit on. I was worrying about that as well, you see. But that's the worrying side. I've got the table, I've got plug bars, I've got floor protectors, I've got all sorts of stuff like that. Everything else is just as much scenery as I can do. Right, that's that piece painted. But yeah, I think Brian from Finneton Central is also coming on Sunday, so that'd be good to see him. I don't know if I'll have Mr. X with him or not, but I'm going to get to watch my hand on the stream now just completely lose power of grip. Wow. It looks what it is. It's painted, you know, at least again, as well, it's got a texture, so it looks a little bit like grass as well. We'll get away with this. I'm sure. I don't believe so. I think they're still running it as half a railway, but the repairs are going to be underway if they're not already, because Network Rail's helping them do it. Going to use it as a bit of a training exercise, which is not a bad idea. They're really lucky. If it had to happen, they're really lucky where it did happen, because it's not cut the railway in half like when they had the landslide at Highley that time. They're basically doing the reverse of when they first sort of opened. Well, not when they first opened, but when they only ran to Bewdley. You didn't have the Kidderminster bit. So where you're looking at now, this is going to be the forest, and the shrine is going to be hopefully somewhat hidden in the forest when it comes to it, so mysterious. The only thing about white, when you miss bits, it really shows. But again, once I get ballast and gravel and things in there and grass, it's really not going to show as much as need to move you over slightly. You're in my way. Right, there we go. Because this can now actually come up to there. So obviously I'm painting cork. What's everyone else doing? You've got to be really careful to say where is it, haven't you? Painting cork. Warning parts for your 112 simplex. Nice, nice. Another section of Gusto Live Children. Nice one. Going to bed in a minute. Sounds like a good plan. I've been wanting to do that since I got home. Today was too much, really. I will be honest. We're back to work. Got used to routine last week, but today has been a bit too much. Tomorrow I've got another meeting with the line manager though, so hopefully I can talk things through with him a bit. But before I go into that meeting, I'm going to be making a call for the test that I've been wanting for a while as well. So yes, we'll do that. And nice thing is, this is all adding strength as well, of course. Just every little bit will add up to that. Jeez. Yeah, I appreciate that teacup. Thank you. It's nice of you to say. I mean, it's more just getting some confirmation. I think it's making things fall into place, and actually, rather than trying to fight myself on certain things, actually in a position where I can go, that's because of that. Get coping strategies and that in place to deal with these things. So yeah, I think that would be. It's going to be brilliant. Wow. I see we've used the first hour. Now behind you are all the other bits. All the bits weighing down the big long piece of cork goes across the back there. I think what we'll do is I'll do this, check the track, make sure there's no paint on the track. If there is, get it cleaned up, and then we'll try and run the trains. Oh God, yeah. Oh. I mean, I've got to be honest, that makes me feel a lot better just seeing that. Seeing it slowly grow on the camera view there. So a question I'll ask, you know, obviously you can see the word Japan written the right way around on the background and the Spirited Away on my t-shirt written the right way around. Is that making a real difference to everyone? That means that the screen size is okay? Or do you prefer the usual screen size and just accept that the words are going to be backwards when using the facing cam? For us, I've been leaning forwards and leaning against this bit. Look, it's dry, isn't it? eventually the idea would be to get multiple cameras set up there akin to Anthony's stream, so we can have different angles and that. You can say, if you want. You can say. I mean, I tried to let not Ellis Clark, no, it's Footplate. I tried to let say to Footplate if they hadn't sold that Gauge 1 Live Steam C11 by the end of the day, I'd quite happily take it home for 50p, but they didn't seem. The bloke just laughed. I don't think he took me seriously. It was funny because I asked if I could take a picture of it. He was like, yeah, sure. No, it was really kind. Oh, it looks great running on some track. I'm sure it does, mate. I'm sure it does. I've no doubt in my mind about that. It was C11227, which is another resident of the Yarradara Railway. And I believe it's actually the one that becomes Thomas during the Thomas season. Right. That's pretty good, actually. I believe it's just a random piece of cork over here, so I just thought I'd do that. It's not too spectacular, but also at least have an attempt, shall we? CWSMEA is 1 MFA, a Bosch Buster, and 12. Oh, very cool. Very cool. So what's the plan with the 112 Simplex then? Bye-bye to the SECIs, buy more AWS. So, I hear a diesel fan now. Kid, there's nothing wrong with that. As long as I don't say the P word, we're fine. It's funny, isn't it, Tony, if you're still here, one P word leads to another P word, eh? Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Great big green bit on my finger. Right, that's what we do, wipe on the board. Oh dear, right. Checking the track. I don't like that bit. Sticks up, I didn't like. Yeah, I was trying to sort it out. Yeah, we all seem to be clear. Ah, fair enough. Fair enough. Right, let's do this. So let's actually run some trains now, shall we? Oh, because there's very little else I can do at the minute. Well, I could paint more green, but I kind of want to get more cork down as well. So I think it's going to be a case of wait for the cork to come. So as I say, there's no point in putting grass here at the minute because one of the controllers is going to sit there. So, yeah. That one can stay there because it's out of the way. That's looking alright though. Most likely run on if I saw that. Well, I don't know about that. Okay, so That's the other thing I couldn't find was ballast. I was looking for ballast, couldn't find any of that. Oh dear, let's bring you forwards. Be nice to set you up somewhere you can see the station at least a bit. Out the way. That should be reasonably safe to sort of mock up again for you. Okay, there we go. All right. Well, that's out of the way. Move that. Turn that round so it's not touching that. There's me railer. Oh, I sound tired because I am. Can't say out else but that. Plus that it's getting very, very, very warm in here. So I hope you understand, folks, it'll only be the 2 trains tonight. We'll run these for a bit and then we'll call it there. I will still be active in doing more bits to the layout, but yeah, just for now, we'll say we'll run these trains and I can stop and I can have a drink for a minute and stuff, you know. Human functions. As Gary would say, hydration is important. Anyway, off it goes. Oh, other way, jump. Thank you very much, Anthony. So as I say, this consist behind the B51 here is one I have a photo of in my book of Japanese steam in the 70s. In the photo it's actually been banked up a hill by another D51, but I figured this could be the return working, coming back down the hill again. Also proving that trains still work, to me as much as anything. Oh, do that being said, last is 26 degrees in here, Celsius. So in the freight train we have a mix of Kato, Tomix, Poppendetta, making it that formation, and on the outer loop the unit is a microace from their really bad era. It has been one of my most solid runners I've ever had. It's quiet, it looks beautiful. I really love the yeah, it is a bit warm actually. It is a bit warm. It is beautiful colour though, and you know, I couldn't ask for anything more of it. For the UK viewers, the cab kind of reminds me of a class. Is it 117? I don't know if I've got the right one now. But you know, the two big windows. The two big windows at the front make me think of a British DMU, an early generation British DMU. So I can't. I do it's one of the things I like about it. You buy your trainer some Dewey, Keith, and oh sorry, Hal. Is that Hal? Oh, the fine people at Lipper have been sending me lots of emails today, Anthony. I bet you've been having the same ones. These in stock, these beautiful coaches. Oh, yes, I'm going to do it eventually. Just give me a minute. Yes, thank you, James. Thanks for the link. There we are, folks. Here's the link for once you've had enough of me or whatever. You can go to that. But yeah, take care. Thanks for coming along. It's appreciated. Oh, I've got to say, the bit that I've painted green has actually, it's made a difference. Looks a little bit more like a model railway. But yeah. It's nice seeing trains running again. I didn't get to run it at all yesterday. Came home all fired up and didn't get to do any. And of course tonight I take both these off. And that'll be them off then. I don't know if any trains will actually run before Saturday morning. I mean, I'll probably try and test it Friday evening or something like that. To make sure everything is tickety-boo. But you know, it's the freight trains go past. Could be those kind of fun check. Yeah, it could do. Could do. I'm pleased it's small. That's also going to be part of the thing is, you know, look at what you can do in a small space. And as we established, you know, UK Engage works for people a lot better than just for other people, just for me. So, and I know for a fact, I can state hand on heart that UK trains go around both these loops fine. So yeah, it is a bit of a show, and you know you can do this too, sort of thing. And also TT works this size. I know that for a fact. Single track loop with an inner siding, but it would work. You could get something working TT 120. Yeah. George remote control and rotary shorts also I'll re-go from convecting wheels. Now you say that, obviously I know someone is one quite prolific 3D printer and everything that has a lot of remote control stuff. And it's a good idea in double line, that's good, I think it's a really good idea. Remote control, I personally think it's better than DCC. But the best setup I personally seen of remote control trains was on the video, and it was an American layout in the United States where everything was remote control, but track power still ran, and that recharged the batteries as well through the wheels. And I thought it was really clever. But yeah. Oh, okay, King Fox. What do you think you channel look, mate? No problem there. And Kombawa, how are you? Be right back, Sir Anthony. Right, sir. But yeah, just for some appreciation on the freight train here, and then why I keep going back to it, is because one, it took a while to set up, and two, it's not an out of the box one. you know, I've got the bookcase. We saw it earlier on in the stream. We've got those famous Cato and Atomics and microwave, they all do them really. Bookcase boxes. And yeah, they come with set trains in them. This freight train here is out of my, what I call my loose wagon collection, which is all the stuff on the shelves further down. So obviously it took time to find the wagons and the right ones in the first place and that. So yeah, I'm kind of pleased with that one. And this is part I want to try and make sure we got some trains running tonight, because I really wanted to get some film of this running. I mean, a lot of the track is actually glued down now. As I put the cork around it, I run PVA alongside the ballast edge, the plastic ballast edge, and a lot of it is actually fixed down like a quite happy furnace on its side and it won't fall off. So that's a bonus. The base of the signal box is glued down, there's a signal here that's glued down. This isn't glued to the baseboard, it's glued to the track. And there's a, you know, this is centre section clip in, but I put some glue under just to hold them firm because they did slide about a bit. I'll come back to that. So don't slide about. That is in the station details pack. It's quite annoyingly, I did have a copy of the station before, but I managed to break it. Put it down somewhere safe. Well, briefly somewhere. Not so safe really, that's not right. And went to pick something else up, leant forward to put that down and knelt on it. So yeah, my own clumsy fault. I mean, this is why I've got the right platforms already, and it's why I've got this bit already had. I've ordered a complete new set, and I completely forgot about having these. This was still boxed, so. You know, anyway, these are extras. I can have a bit of a play and really sort of customise it up to how I want, can't I? So that's a bonus there. Just hoping it arrives tomorrow. That'd be the ideal day for it to arrive. Same day as the fresh supply of cork arrives. It must be so cool to actually have the station in, so I can actually then plant, you know, lay the cork properly around it and stuff, and also get the station situated, because that's also got its own power from all the controllers, and yeah, you know, that'll be lit up as well. The actual building is lit in its own lighting kit. So, yeah. Gonna get there. And it's gonna be a really unique, yes, I saw that, the boots one. And it's the thing I need to remember, personally I need to remember, is not to batter myself too hard. Because at the end of the day, they're not expecting this at all. All I've said I'm bringing is a bare board with a single trap loop on it, and saying, here's Japanese N-gauge. You now get to do that on a somewhat scenic fly-out, which hopefully will speak more for me, and you know, the fact that I actually put the effort in. But yeah, no, it is an interesting news. It's not often you get to see a file that's only run these days. It's a shame it's so far to get to the USR anyway. But, so don't worry about panicking there. The only thing I will ask folks, so the people are remaining, is being able to read that poster behind me, the right way around, really making a big difference. When the trade-off is having the screen this size, or would you prefer it to be the old size screen when I do a direct to YouTube from the phone, but writing like that backwards? I mean, I'll be honest, if you don't want to see me, we can do direct to YouTube has a full-size screen and things facing the right around. It's just when it uses the facing camera, everything goes backwards. I don't know why. I could look it up. It might be a simple button to click. But yeah. Obviously, the Monday after the show, we should be doing another stream. So those who didn't see it in its final state before the show, or at the show, will get to see it on Monday, and I get to work on a more relaxed pace. And I still will be pushing to get it done. No modern railway's ever done. There's points, I still believe there's points where you can say I'm done for now, and I've got a goal in mind in my head of where it's going to be done for now, and yeah, I just want to get there. So while those are running, let's have a test of me painting black. This had horrific light leads through the boiler. A lot better. See that in there. That's a lot better, so that's okay as well. Because the other thing to bear in mind is, as bright as that is, there'll be one battery powering two of these. One for the shrine, one for the farmhouse, and they're the two buildings I'm hoping to have lit by the show. I would love to light the signal box sooner. I suppose I could, because it'll be the last building before this end of the layout that needs to be lit. So if I use the wire closest to, probably still going to be used to work from the furthest to that, so yeah, the signal box I might just have to pop down like that earlier. Yeah, I can see it coming. Well folks, the temperature's just gone up another degree, so I think on that we'll call it there. So, arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you for watching. Take care, stay safe and be well. I'll see you all in another stream or video, or at the show. So, till then, sayonara. Stay safe all.